Have you ever wondered what it's like to hit that magic number? It's that first $1 million invested. It's a goal so many of us dream about, and we picture this finish line, this moment where everything suddenly becomes easy. But what really happens? Is it like flipping a switch? Well, I've talked to countless people who've crossed that milestone, and I've been on this journey myself. Today I'm pulling back the curtain to show you why everything, and I mean everything, changes after you hit your first $1 million invested. And it's probably not in the ways you expect. Let's start with the most obvious change: your mindset. Before you hit $1 million, your primary focus is accumulation. It's all about how much you can save, how aggressively you can invest, and how quickly you can grow that number. You're in hustle mode. You're probably saying no to a lot of things: that fancy dinner, that extra vacation, that brand new car. Every dollar feels crucial because it's a building block for your future freedom. It's a period of sacrifice and intense focus. You're constantly checking your accounts, celebrating every $1,000 milestone, and maybe even feeling a bit of anxiety during market downturns. The journey from 0 to 1 million is a steep climb, and your brain is wired for uphill battle mode. But the moment your portfolio ticks over that 7-figure mark, something profound shifts inside you. It's not just a number, it's a psychological safety net. Suddenly, the game changes from pure offense to a mix of offense and defense. You're no longer just trying to build wealth. You're now also focused on preserving it. The fear of losing it all becomes more real than the ambition to double it overnight. This is a massive mental transition. You start thinking less about how can I get more, and more about how can I protect what I have. Your investment strategy might become a little more conservative. You might start looking at assets that provide stable cash flow, like dividend stocks or real estate, rather than just high-growth tech stocks. It's a switch from a wealth builder to a wealth manager. This brings me to the second major change: your relationship with risk. When you have $10,000 or even $100,000 invested, a 10% market drop is disappointing, but it's not life-altering. It's a setback, but you feel like you can earn it back. But when you have $1 million, that same 10% drop means you've just lost $100,000 on paper. That stings a lot. An amount that could buy a luxury car or fund a child's education for a couple of years. The emotional weight of these fluctuations becomes much heavier. Because of this, your risk tolerance naturally recalibrates. You're not as willing to gamble on speculative assets. That hot crypto tip from your friend suddenly sounds a lot less appealing. You start to appreciate the power of diversification on a much deeper level. You're not just trying to hit home runs anymore. You're happy to consistently hit singles and doubles. The goal isn't to get rich quick, because, in a way, you've already made it. The new goal is to stay wealthy, and that requires a more measured, defensive approach. You start valuing capital preservation as much as, if not more than, capital appreciation. The third big change is how you view time and work. Before hitting $1 million, your job is likely your primary wealth-building engine. Your salary is the fuel for your investments. You might put up with a job you do and love because the paycheck is good and it helps you reach your goal faster. You see your time as something to be traded for money, which is then invested. But after you cross that $1 million mark, the tables begin to turn. Your money starts working for you in a very tangible way. Let's do some simple math. $1 million portfolio with a conservative 4% withdrawal rate can generate $40,000 a year, forever. For many people, that's enough to cover their basic living expenses. This is the moment you truly achieve what we call financial independence, or FI. It doesn't mean you have to stop working. It means you no longer have to work for money. This is a game changer. You now have options. Real options. You can choose to leave that high-stress corporate job for a lower-paying but more fulfilling role. You could start your own business without the crushing pressure of needing it to be profitable from day one. Could take a sabbatical to travel the world or spend more time with your family. Your career transforms from a necessity for survival into a choice for fulfillment. Work becomes optional. This freedom is perhaps the most valuable and life-altering benefit of reaching this milestone. You're no longer trading your time for money. You're now buying back your time with your money. And that leads directly to the fourth change: your definition of rich. Before you have a lot of money, you probably associate being rich with flashy things: Lamborghinis, mansions, private jets. It's an image fed to us by media and pop culture. But once you have $1 million working for you, you realize that true wealth isn't about what you can buy. It's about what you can do. It's about freedom, options, and control over your own life. You realize that the ultimate luxury is not a designer watch. It's the ability to wake up on a Tuesday morning and decide to go for a hike instead of rushing to the office. It's the peace of mind knowing that if your car breaks down or you have an unexpected medical bill, it's an inconvenience, not a catastrophe. Your focus shifts from material possessions to life experiences and personal well-being. You might find you actually spend less on stuff because you no longer need external validation. Your net worth gives you an internal sense of security that is far more satisfying than any luxury good. The desire to keep up with the Joneses fades away because you're running your own race, and you've already won the prize that matters most: freedom. Finally, the fifth change is your perspective on legacy and impact. When you're struggling to build your nest egg, your financial world is very focused on you and your immediate family. It's about securing your own oxygen mask first. But once you have $1 million portfolio that's growing on its own, you can start to think bigger. You start to think beyond your own lifetime. You might begin to seriously consider things like estate planning, setting up trusts for your children or grandchildren, and philanthropy. The question changes from "do I have enough?" to "what good can I do with this money?" You have the capacity to make a real, lasting impact on the causes you care about. Maybe you start a scholarship fund, donate significantly to a favorite charity, or even start your own foundation. Your wealth becomes a tool not just for personal freedom, but for positive change in the world. This is a powerful and deeply fulfilling stage of the financial journey. You move from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance, and you start looking for ways to share that abundance with others. It's the transition from simply having wealth to being a steward of that wealth. So, to recap, hitting $1 million invested is so much more than just a number. It fundamentally changes your mindset from accumulation to preservation. It recalibrates your relationship with risk, making you more defensive. It redefines your relationship with work, giving you the freedom of choice. It changes your definition of wealth from material goods to time and options. And finally, it expands your perspective from personal security to legacy and impact. It's not an overnight switch, but a gradual and profound evolution. The journey to your first million is tough, but the journey beyond it is where the real magic happens. It's where you stop building a life raft and start steering your own ship, with the freedom to explore any ocean you choose. So keep saving, keep investing, and know that the goal you're working towards is worth so much more than just the money. Thanks so much for watching. If you found this helpful, give this video a like and hit that subscribe button for more insights into building a life of financial freedom. Let me know in the comments which of these changes you're most excited to experience. I'll see you in the next video.